There it is. It's there. Clickety click. Clickety click. Good morning. It was an interesting gig last night. It was kind of bizarre because there was like in the back, and you'll see it in the video, but there was an area with like a fire pit, and it was very nicely taken. And way in the back, there was a volleyball court in Rhode Island. Like, you don't think of a volleyball court being something like I can't think of, like, that must be the closest volleyball court to me. And so that's 30 minutes away. I don't even think I've ever seen a volleyball court. And so what it was is essentially had a bunch of hippies in this bar last night in the side room listening to the music, and then way in the back you had like all the jocks playing volleyball. Which again is fine, but if you could see, like, looking down, you know, like from one class to another, it's like looking down at the hippies, like, oh, this is so beneath us. Oh my goodness. And so I'm like, well, you know, all right. So I'm kind of, you know, hanging out, and I'm you know, recording, and I'm chilling to the music. But there was like this vibe of, nobody wants you here, peasants. So it was very peculiar. But Steve still did all the shout outs, so that's the important thing, you know what I'm saying? I am, James, starting to pork you off. Nice. And SW1X said hi, said hi, said hi, said hi. SW1X. And Damami. Good morning, Damami. If you don't know already, my name is Kevin G Nicholson. I am the host of this YouTube channel. Sometimes I play music, sometimes I just chat. It all depends on how you guys interact with me. That's your name, Damami? Damami! Okay, you want me to sing a song? Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to learn it note for note, but don't worry. Be happy. Mariel said that. In every life we have some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Do 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 do. Landlord say the rent is late. You may have to litigate. Don't worry. Be happy. Look at me, I'm happy. Do 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 do. Don't worry. Do 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 do. Be happy. Do do do. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no gal to make you smile, but don't worry. Be happy. I'll take my scrambled. I like my eggs. When you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. So don't worry, be happy. One more time. Do 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 do. Don't worry. Do 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 do. Be happy. Do do do. Don't worry. Be happy. There you go. Here's a quick little song. They get darker from there. See, once you start in a high place, in a happy place. Yeah, there we go. Oh, the world it's on fire. So once you start with a happy place, it generally just gets darker from there. And that's okay. Because sometimes it's silly. It's very, very silly. Oh. So anyway, so I stopped in because I was talking to Benito, and we got a lot of good things going on here. I went to a concert yesterday, and Steve Cutler Live was playing, and he's a local musician from this area, and so we collaborated, and so I went there and I filmed him, and he sang with his band, and we were at this little bar in Rhode Island. And it was nice enough. It was clean. It was. But the people there weren't particularly friendly. You know what I mean? It was just like, yes, come do your thing, and then like it was almost like they didn't want us there. That was the vibe I got anyway. And then I go in the back, and they had a very nice outdoor section. But way in the back there was a volleyball court. I've never seen anything like that, like in a bar, like bar and volleyball court. Like who has one? I've never seen a volleyball court ever. I mean, generally you think of, okay, at the beach they'll play volleyball or somewhere where there's sand, but I mean, literally we were in the middle of like Chipatchit is the actual name of the place. Chipatchit, Rhode Island. And it was an interesting event that unless there was something like, unless I was asked firsthand, I don't think I'd ever go back to the venue though. So that's me talking about the gig last night. No, they definitely were not. I think they were just ambivalent to it. Like, have you ever met those people that are just like, whatever, just keep it out of my face? And that's kind of the vibe I got. It was like, as soon as I walked in, the bartender, who was rather pretty, well, I walk over and I go, I'm here looking for the band. And she's kind of pointed over there. And then, so I go in there and they're all finishing setting up and they're starting to play, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. But it was such a strange vibe. It was really, I mean, of course, always a good time with Steve and company, but anything that was like the ordinary, like their core crowd, like every bar's got a core crowd, they got like their regulars. They just had zero interest in what was going on. They were like, "No, we don't want to play along with this. We're just gonna hang back and do our own thing." But they weren't doing anything really that stunning. It was like they were coming in and out of the volleyball court. It was just bizarre. It didn't make me want to call my friends up and go, "Hey, you got to get down here. This is really fun." It made me go, "Boy, Steve's playing pretty good, and the band sounds okay, but you know." So that's, and I'm trying to I try to push happy where I go. Try to make people laugh a little here and there. Even that was tough to reckon with the forces of the universe when it doesn't want to laugh. So yeah, that was it was an interesting time. I'm glad I did it, but I don't think I'd do it again. At least not that venue. I don't get the volleyball thing. Who drinks and goes, hey, let's watch a button. It was bizarre. I mean, who am I to say, people can like what they like. It was the vibe that bothered me more than the activity. I mean, they want to play volleyball? Great, you guys go and play volleyball. But it was just like, it really was. It was almost like a class thing where, a bunch of, and I'm dressed up in the tux. So I'm going in there snazzily dressed, and then everyone else is in the tie-dyes because, So it was just really, it was a little peculiar. And it was just, I didn't feel welcome, even with the tux, which is, generally people are like, like on the way in, on the way out, I stopped at a gas station and like 3 people complimented me. Oh, you look very sharp. That's a very nice outfit. Da, 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 da. And that was cool. But as soon as I got to the bar, they were like, yes, we're not amused by you. Yes, I suppose that'll do for now. That's all right. So I'm sitting here contemplating that. I had the need to turn on the stream and just talk about it for a little bit. I figured I'd get my first stream in for the day. Play with my chat GPT, my chat STD. And I figured, I'm surprised you're up this early. Well, I imagine you would be, but your day starts much earlier than my day, and I'm in the future. So I'm thinking I might do a little of that, might do a little WoW later and do some live streaming on that. I know the legendary Sparky, he's still sleeping. He's got to go to work today, and he'll be back at, well, hopefully after 10 o'clock, because the Ubers around here haven't been running very, very efficiently. So he had a problem. Like, when I was getting back from the gig last night, he was just getting home from work, and that was like 10:45. And so that means he was pretty much waiting for an Uber for like a half an hour before he could even get out of there. So it was crazy. It was crazy. Crazy. Crazy for thinking about you. It's on my nose, too. Gotta clear that up. So yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. Thank you for listening to me, video. Nobody else listens to me. Yeah, it is. It is a long day at work for. I assume you'll be on and off all day as well will I. So I'm gonna go clean out my nose. So, but I'll be back. I'll be back afternoon for me. I hope you're relatively entertained. I'm gonna see if I can post some stuff in the interim as well. But I'll be back later.